there, artisans! Welcome back to this channel. This is Rochelle Rosenberg. Today, since I said that it's different, I will not be painting with this palette. This palette will be today closed. Alright, and what we're going to do is to paint with this watercolor brush pen. And I bought it from Vorola. It cost around $29 and it took me around 2 to 3 weeks before it arrived to Sweden due to this pandemic. So here is the Vorola website, and we are on a Swedish platform. It's a company. I don't know where this company come from. There's not so much information on their website. So if we go to their homepage, this is how it looks like, and there are this kind of information how you're gonna return. And if you press on the contact, you'll just have this formula or form that you can fill your name and your email. But other than that, there's no telephone number, and they will reply around 24 hours. And now they say here that they will return your money if you are not satisfied of their products. So looking at this website, I actually not kind of convinced. But in the first time that I saw all of the stuff that they were selling, I saw it on an ad in I think it was in Facebook. So I actually bought this product. Okay, this is the pen that or the brush water marker that I bought. According to this picture, it looks very believable. It looks so surreal, and the promising images are also here that will entice you to buy the stuff. So it looks so amazing when you look at the image of the person who drew this. Okay, and in the image she left the pen actually without the cap over here, as you can see there, right? And then there's this kind of pictures here. It looks a little very enticing, and this is the whole packaging. It looks like that. And there are also different samples how the pen looks like, and all these kind of gradients. And over here on the right, you can see that you can pay in different ways. And then here they have a lot of promising words, so probably I have to put it in English. Right now it says here that meet the master in every stroke, and this is what enticed me, by the way. They painted it in this kind of technique. You know, it's like a cross hatching or lines. They draw the lion by lines, and then painted with a little bit of water. So for me, I thought that if I'm gonna do that, probably I'll gonna create the same image. You know, I'm gonna have the same result. That's what I'm thinking. But actually, it was not what I had expected. As you can see there, right? It looks actually amazing just to see the image play in here. And it costs around $29. Yeah, it's $29 to have it. And it had been a half price since the last December. And they say here that they have 6,000 customers and have a 4.9 reviews. Okay, but actually, if you go to the Trustpilot, we go and check Vorola. In the Trustpilot review, you can see that they just have 2 reviews, 2 stars, or not almost 2, it's 1.6, and the result was bad. And they never reply to any of the reviews, so they don't say anything at all whenever you have a complaint. So I would suggest that before you buy a thing on the internet, if you are an illustrator like me, I know that it's enticing to buy stuff because it looks so good and it looks so cool. But my suggestion is that check the website first before you buy, and check all the informations or the reviews coming from their customers before you buy, so that you won't fall into becoming a disaster within your emotions, okay, or like disappointment. So that's the thing that I have to say within this website. This watercolor brush pen came along in this envelope plastic bag. it doesn't come with the manual or so there's no manual what the brush color are all about. And when we open it, looks like this. So it comes in different colors, and the thing that is good with this is that it fits in your bag if you are a traveler, and you don't need to be worried about your brushes will become broken or will become destroyed inside your bag. So with this, you can actually put this inside this envelope and you are ready to go. You can put your watercolor paper inside and it works very well. So we're gonna begin on what is inside the bag. It comes with 20 pens, different colors as you see, and there are different color shades in it. Comes along with this pen. You rotate it this way and you can fill it with water inside, or you can also use this brush to take water, absorb more water from your painting. And the brush tip, if I would probably describe the softness of it, this is a little bit stiff because it's almost like plastic, but it's very well done. Okay, and this is also easy to wash, and we'll wipe it with the cloth. Okay, and there's a cap comes along with it. And if we open this color, it says here that this is refillable so that it lasts for much longer. You can buy it as well in the same store, or otherwise, if I'm with you, you can also buy from your art store near you. You just have to buy the right color. You can rotate the top of the pen like this. Once you rotate it, you can actually drag it, and you just have to be careful so that you won't spill the color. And you can refill it just like so. Alright, we're gonna paint this with these pens. So I hope that you wish me luck, and let's continue. So here's the Vorola brush pens, and it looks so enticing when you see it on the internet. The price is also a little bit enticing if you are looking for most of the details have been drawn using these pens. And so my honest review is it's very good brush, but the problem is it's very harsh on its edges. As a result, that I could not achieve the control on the brush pens. It's not the same as if you're using a real brush in painting, because you can have the adjustment and the control over the colors and where you want the details to be. It has very hard edges, and if I would use it in landscaping, the result was like this. I like the way it transformed into paper, but the problem is most of these details are watercolor from here, but on the top layer is by the brush pens. And if you check at the brush pens, most of them are very harsh edges, and over here as well. I've tried to make a distinction of the land on this river, and even the flowers there, creating some images of. Alright, so here I have different sorts of paper that I can show you as an example. So I'm just gonna show you some of the gradients that I usually use, and so I'm gonna wet it first. Okay, so for that we're gonna use the pen. Okay, so the tip of this pen is very long. There's a small tip over here, and this is very good in some detailing. That's positivity of it. So you see here. So the negative side of this pen is actually that it dries fast. Once it dries fast, you actually have to wet them. You see, there's a color on the top of the pen. I don't know if you could see that. And the more you use the pen, the more it becomes lighter. It's very harsh, so it destroys the paper, since this is just 140 gram. Okay. Now, if you want to create a background or a first layer, you have to be quick with this pen, because otherwise you will not achieve that kind of layer that you want. So for this part, if we try to use this, I have to dip it wet. Okay, so that you could see the result. It's very harsh edge, so I can't actually mix the watercolor, and the color just stays so harsh on the edges. And as you can see, the blue to the violet, they don't mix very well. But what if we actually create some from this palette? Okay, we're gonna use the same mixture, the same technique. We're gonna wet the paper this way, and then we're gonna use the violet. Okay, same color, right? Like so. And this is the difference with the palette, because you have the control over the brush and the pigments that you are putting into the paper, whilst the pen is decisive in taking over almost the paper, and it doesn't know where it's gonna go. So as you can see, there's a harsh edge over here on this side. There's it's very harsh, and I don't like that kind of results, as you can see there. So now we're gonna mix in, just have a good wash, and we'll get blue.